Hey, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing this morning? Today is August 26th. It is 5:32 a.m. and today is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. What's up, y'all? Remember that time is fluid, so whenever you see this message is when you're meant to see it. It's a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, so please only take what resonates and leave the rest. So, how y'all like the video? Was y'all all right with that? Because, a lot of people, if they can't see the cards, you know what I'm saying? But, at this point, either y'all trust me or you don't, you know what I mean? Trust my message. Like, I ain't got no reason to try to bullshit nobody because it ain't really none of my business, I'm just delivering the message, right? I get the messages, I deliver them to you, So, and yeah, a lot of times is, because I don't want to be on camera is why I don't be on as much, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to get used to it. I don't think I am, and I'm grateful for that too, you know what I'm saying? So, but you still got to do what you got to do, right? What's the message for these folks? This ain't even about me. Spirit says, sure it is. Spirit says, sure it is. What we got here? Unhappy people, look at that. Wow, yes it is about you. You too, you're part of the collective. There's some unhappy people in the energy. Figure out what it is that you're unhappy about, change it so that you can be happy. But I can promise you it's not going to be through another person. Whether you feel like another person should contribute to your happiness or help make you feel good in some way, shape, or form, or you are envious of someone else's, you're focused on someone else's, energy when you should be working on your own to create that happiness. That's all it's about, is just taking responsibility for ourselves. We got a wooden casket. Here we go with this BS. And what else was this? They keep moving the goalposts. Someone like keep making you jump through hoops, right? Unhappy people do unhappy things. They want to create, endings for other people because they feel like there's nothing. They don't have any beginnings in their life. They're on a loop, but that's only because they keep choosing the same thing over and over and over again. Whether that's an action or staying in the same position, it's whatever it is that they're doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. What we got here? High Priest. What's going on here, Spirit? What's this High Priest? Somebody could have got it. See, with the wooden casket and the High Priest. Yeah, somebody, look, you're too fucking nice. Somebody tried to do something they had no business. That's what this is. To cause endings to something. Some kind of ending. When I was, before I got on here, I was thinking, I was like, you really held back a lot, right? I'm talking about for myself, like, not just doing this, but as far as even expressing, more of myself outside of just this, you know what I mean? Because we're like onions, right? We're all more complex than what we appear to be on camera or anywhere else, right? Until people get to know us, right? But, yeah, but I can say, too, in my messaging, I have held back a lot because, I see the energy, you know what I mean? So, you know, I feel like if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all, right? Spirit, what's this? Mummy Dearest. But the reason I don't say a lot of things that I'm shown is because I know where the energy belongs. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be. It's like I kind of watered down my knowledge, my messages, because I know that there's people that I just don't want to, irritate, because I care about everybody, right? So how about if I cut off the energy of these relationships, because we're not really in relationships. I am just going on the memories. You understand what I'm saying? And so I have been allowing the memories of the relationships to keep me from showing out. you know, I don't know. But I feel like this. Going forward, I'm going to deliver the messages as they're given to me. That's really what I'm trying to say, okay? And listen, know your worth. Ooh, spirit. You're too fucking nice, Mummy Dearest. Something about somebody's mom. Somebody had a really traumatic childhood with their mother. Their mother was very controlling, very narcissistic. You know how she was, Joan Crawford, in the movie, right? Mm-hmm. Right, somebody that had an image to uphold. This is somebody that had their opportunity in the spotlight, and as they were aging out of the spotlight, they kind of, that was all they were clinging to. That was their energy source, But she was very, very mean spirited in the end. You know what I mean? She was very stuck on how she looked, her features, how, trying to look young, trying not to age. So take that how it resonates. You're too fucking nice. That's the blue. That's the throat chakra. That's what I was talking about. Spirit said, be patient. All right, be patient. Ooh, child. Everybody knew about it. Everybody knew what was going on. I'll be damned. I said I was going to speak what came through, right? Everybody knew what was going on. Everybody did. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When it comes to into relation with this wooden casket, yeah, that's the heart chakra. Mm-hmm. Ooh, child. Everybody knew what the purpose of the wooden casket. That's what Spirit's saying. For those that was wondering if other people knew about it, yes, they did. They all knew about it. Yes. Spirit, what's the message? Oh, when you walk with God, you walk with many. Right on the Mummy Dearest. And what is this? Who? Look at this. You made an unfavorable decision. They all knew. They all knew. What's going on here, Spirit? And your intuition and your crown chakra is telling you just to be patient. Just allow God to do what God does, right? Because everything that's done in the dark will be coming to the light. And people are starting to see. Yeah, a plant without water will die. This is what they were doing. They were trying to dehydrate you. They were trying to hold back nurturing, love, affection, inclusion, to exclude you so that you would just die out. That was the wooden casket. That was some kind of spell work. Some kind of voodoo that they sent towards you through a wooden casket. Take it how it resonates. Change. Yeah, somebody wanted to change something about you. Somebody tried to, especially about how you feel about yourself. That's the sacral chakra. How you feel about yourself. Yeah, somebody, Mummy Dearest is in that same orange. Their sacral chakra. How they feel about themselves. And they were projecting that onto you. They wanted you to feel worthless like they feel worthless. They wanted you to feel abandoned and alone like they feel abandoned and alone. Ooh, come on here, Spirit. Yeah, be patient. Yeah, but you know your worth. You are the high priest or the high priestess. That's what I feel. What's going on here? Look. What I say, then they all know. They all agreed to steal from you. They all knew. And that goes right along with the wooden casket. There could have been money attached to this. You out the way, they was gonna split the money. There was some kind of money that was behind this too. They all agreed to it. Yep, they sure did. What's going on, his spirit? Woo. Once we got peaceful heart, you have a peaceful heart. I want to remember them as they are. Wow, exactly. This is something you don't want to believe. Yeah, you don't want to believe that they would, yeah. Somebody wanted to change your peaceful heart. That's what they wanted to do. Somebody knew you had a peaceful heart. They wanted to change that. They wanted that part of you to die. A plant without water will die. You're a seed. A star seed. Look at that shit. Wow. You know this already. You already know this. What's this on the bottom? How many times did they put you on the chopping block instead of them? Wow. Somebody has been sacrificing you in order to avoid receiving the karma that they deserve. Somebody has been offering you up. That's what Spirit says. Somebody has been offering you up on the altar. Somebody's been literally trying to hand you over to the devil so that they can live, so that they can be free, be at peace. You hear me? It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. And all those that agreed to go along with this person to have you removed and to share in your possessions. Ooh, child, please look at this Rubik's Cube. You figured them out. You seen them. You seen them. God showed you. When you walk with God, you walk with many. They made an unfavorable decision. They made the decision, not you. However they treated you, when they decided to neglect and abandon you, you had to figure out your own worth, because they tried to make you feel worthless, like you weren't worth their time. You weren't worth their support. You weren't worth their energy. You weren't even worth breathing. You were worth more fucking dead than alive. Come on, Spirit. They had a hard time seeing you as anything other than a come up. They wanted you gone for some, and you know what? Why else? Because now they're gonna be held accountable for what the fuck they did. Now they see themselves in the mirror. That's what they wasn't expecting. They wasn't expecting for this shit to go the way that it did, and for them to be seen as the people that they fucking are, and the choices that they made. Come on, Spirit. Look, they dug a hole. That's all I'm gonna say. They literally had a hole waiting for you to put you in. Come on here, spirit. What's going on here, spirit? Thank God for God, right? I'm telling you, man. Mysterious. You're mysterious. That's, yeah, what else here? Ooh, you's a dirty bitch. Ooh, that's a dirty bitch. Too many negative seeds have been planted here. It's harvest time. All those seeds that were planted are starting to grow. Yeah, the buds are coming up. The flowers are coming up. The stems are starting to poke through the dirt. And somebody's starting to see who's who, what's coming up in somebody's garden. Everybody's starting to see the fruit of somebody's gardens. Too many seeds, too many negative seeds have been planted here. It's harvest time. And I feel like this with, I want to remember them as they are. I feel like collective, I feel like you don't even want to see what spirit, what these people have conjured up that's about to grow up in their garden. You don't even want to see this shit. I feel like you don't even want to know. I don't want that. Because I know I'm an empath, right? And I'll be trying to save a motherfucker. You hear me? But I can't save anybody. I know that much because the saving comes through Jesus Christ. He's the savior. I'm not the savior. I'm a servant. I'm just here spreading the message. That's it. Y'all better repent or try to get right with God, man, for real. I don't know what. Ain't nothing I can do about this. You know? Because I know I ain't been out here doing no shit like this. Because I don't hate nobody that bad that I would want to see them go through anything that I have fucking been through. Why would I want that? Not for anybody I love that I claim I care about. Why would I sacrifice them for fucking money? And you know what kind of... Ooh, child. What's going on? Listen, because the devil's in the details. That's all. The devil's in the details. And they signed a fucking contract with the devil. They signed on the dotted line. When they agreed to go along, they did that. Was their signature. Energy is energy. Energy does not die. You can't say it. You can't agree to it and turn around and say I didn't, because that shit's in the air. It ain't going nowhere. You can't take it back. What's going on here, spirit? Focus on your bag. They was focused on your bag. They were focused on your bag. The spirit said focus on yours, you know. But I'm going to say this to add to that. All right? Yeah, focus on your bag, but don't focus on God first. Because when you focus on God first, you ain't got to worry about money. You understand? You ain't got to worry about your stability because he's going to provide for you. I will provide. He is a provider. He will. Don't complain about because it ain't big enough, it ain't shiny enough. Go on, that's what I just said. Don't focus on that shit. Be grateful that you have the basic needs being met every day when you wake up and you can breathe. And find something to do with yourself. You know what I mean? Find a way to be of service somehow to others. Find a way. That's all he asks. Is that we be of service to others. That we uplift others spiritually, mentally, emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Physically, if needed, if it's safe. I say that today because it's a different day. You know what I mean? What's going on here, spirit? And today is also a time of greed. People are literally trying to no, people are devaluing life for money. Life is nothing. You're a money grab. That's what I heard. Like literally sacrificing people for money that don't last. Because listen, if the shit lasts, then why the fuck you out here trying to take people out for it? You would still have it. You wouldn't have to worry about it, right? It would just be there. But it's not. It's a fucking illusion. It's paper, nigga. It's just paper. It's just fucking a bar. Just like if I exchange my remote for the mouse. That's all it is. It's plastic. It's paper. You feeling me? Thank you, Spirit. Yes, it gets you into places that you can exchange it for things, but at the end of the day, it's paper. You're choosing to have the outside, the imagery of success, and be dead inside, because it's never going to be enough. You're going to always want more. And the devil's always going to want you to get some more for him. They're going to have you do a whole bunch of shit just to keep that shit. God don't make you do nothing except be yourself and be a good person. That's all he asks. If you don't know, you can't protest it. I don't know. Some of y'all just, y'all made contracts with the devil, and those contracts need to be fulfilled. But because I don't know what the fuck. I can't tell you that. I don't know. I can't tell you how that little sucker think. The little liar. I just watch out for him. That's all. I just watch out for his ass. And that means that's through everybody. He can work through anybody. I watch out for him through anybody around me. I see where he be trying to sneak in. Child, listen. Because I know him. I can smell him. Yeah, unfortunately, some people believed in something that wasn't real. Right? Reach out and touch. Ooh, Spirit finna reach out and touch some folks. We got fire sign out here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah. Look, what's this? Bill Withers, Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone. 1972 could be significant. Reach out and touch. Spirit finna reach out. I don't know. Spirit, God, ancestor, somebody. Yeah, the devil. Ooh, spirits and the devil's finna reach out and touch him. The devil's coming to collect. Oh, shit. Oh, shoot. Spirit, what's this message? Oh, Lord. Child, somebody could be homeless. What's this? The words you speak are the words you eat, but the words you speak are the words you eat. And what is this? When the student is eager to learn, more will be revealed. When the student is eager to learn, more will be revealed. I feel like now somebody wants to know more. Yeah, somebody want to know more. Yeah, clickbait. Ooh, child. Somebody was clickbait. Somebody was used to get somebody to open the doorway to get them in. Now somebody's realizing they were clickbait. Bait, nonetheless. You hear me? What's the message here? And now somebody wants to know more. What we got there? Listen, they casting lots. They blaming each other. Who did what? Whose idea was it? Who's trying? Listen, you can't say that because you did it too. You was there too. Remember what you did? Remember what you signed? Remember what you said? How you perjured yourself too? That's what they out here doing now. Yep, look, Spirit says they spring cleaning. Yeah, that's what they doing now. They out here blaming each other for all this shit that's going on in their lives. Yeah, for all the actions that they took that they didn't think they were going to have to pay for, that wasn't going to come back to bite them. None of these individuals sat and thought about, what if this don't work? What if this shit ain't real? And God is. Oop. I'm just saying. Mysterious. Yeah, you have a peaceful heart. And that's what's so mysterious about this, about them. Look, everything's going on just as planned, Spirit said. Like a well-oiled machine. Peaceful heart. This is why people saw you as mysterious, because they, you weren't fighting back. You weren't attacking. You weren't, engaging with the enemy. You weren't engaging. You were, yeah. You gave them enough rope to hang themselves. Absolutely. And you stayed in that peaceful energy, as you should. What's this? Hand to hand. They paid for it. They exchanged money for services. Yep, they sure did. They all exchanged money for services or their loyalty. Thank you, Spirit. Because why? They felt small to you? Wow. Is that a real good reason? That's a reason because you wanted to feel, bigger or better than someone? You made someone feel like they weren't, I heard, legit. They weren't authentic because they were out here wearing a mask. They were out here acting as if they were something they were not. They wanted to be you. They wanted to be seen as you, but that's not who they were on the spirit, right? No, they wasn't. This is somebody who's aging out of the spotlight and they don't like it. This is somebody that's aging out of the spotlight. This is somebody that's taking out all their fucking competition. You hear me? It's trying to take out the competition, who they deem as the competition. And unfortunately, this definitely could be a mother and child, a mother and daughter. I've seen that shit. I've seen that shit. Either the daughter wants the mother's position or the mother wants the daughter's position because they refused Joan Crawford to age out. They regret competing with you for your lovers. Look at this shit. I'm telling you. Wow. They were competing with you for your lovers. Anybody that you were in a relationship with, this person would compete with you for that person's attention, to pull that person away from you, to feel like that they were better than you. Golly, spring cleaning. Come on now. What's going on here? Raise your vibration, cleanse your home. What's going on here, Spirit? And now people out here, they're starting to look around and ask how come, things are going the way they're going in their lives. There's things that people are unhappy about, how things are right now. And they're trying to figure out whose idea was it to do this shit, right? But nevertheless, you need to be looking in the mirror and say, damn, I agreed to do this shit. Why did I agree to do it? What was it that I was trying to accomplish? You know what I'm saying? Why was I in that low vibrational energy that I would agree to taking another person's life? You know what I'm saying? Whether that was their stability or their physical, their breath. You hear me? For what? Because, I want something, some kind of material gain, and I'm not going to ever feel guilty or resentful about it because they don't matter that much to me. Damn. That would mean somebody could mean absolutely nothing to you. That would be like a stranger, right? Okay. Thank you, Spirit. That's the type of shit that you do to a stranger, somebody you don't have no energetic connection to. Ooh, whose uncle is this? Somebody's uncle's out here. 10,000. Somebody's uncle could have paid $10,000 to have some kind of, I heard, root work or spell work or voodoo done to somebody. He came out here. Spirit, what's going on here? Using graveyard dirt. You see what I'm saying? Now you got the casket and you got the graveyard dirt. Put two and two together. Look, and what's this? You remind me of myself. The whole town laughing at you, silly fool. How'd you do such a fool thing? Okay, what's going on here, Spirit? What's this? Blue hair, colored hair. Somebody could have blue hair or colored hair. You remind me of myself. This could be this mother. Yeah, this is the mother that doesn't want to let go of that title. Listen, that's why it's important for us to let go of the fucking titles when we come across shit like this. When we're in positions like this. You hear me? Because if not, you'll constantly feel like you need these motherfuckers, and that's where they thought they had you, at needing them. But you see, you had God. You might have been alone, but you were not alone, because you chose to let go and move away like God instructed you to do. He had your back, your front and your side. These people thought that you were at a disadvantage, but you were being elevated above the bullshit. Thank you, Spirit. Hello. They prayed for a chance, and when they got it, they tried to destroy it. The very thing that they wanted, they got played. Somebody got played. Somebody prayed for something. They got it. They got an opportunity. And then once they got the opportunity to get what they prayed for, they tried to destroy it. So it was all a setup. It was like somebody prayed for God to bring you into their life, and when they got you, they wanted to, it was, they was going to sabotage. They was going to take you out. It was all a revenge plot. It was all a revenge plot. Somebody was just going to use you. You done made some folks mad today. I bet I did. I bet I did. You done made some folks mad today. I bet I did. Because they're finding out that, what's that? Oh, yeah. They prayed for the chance, and when they got it, they tried to destroy it. The very thing that they wanted. God answered somebody's prayer. But this is somebody that thought they was tricking God. This is somebody that thought they was so slick that they was going to come in. This is somebody I feel like wanted to seek some kind of fucking revenge. What's going on here, Spirit? What we got? Cogs and machine. Everything's going as according to plan, Spirit said. Like a well-oiled machine. Just continue to stay in a peaceful heart, in a peaceful position. That's what God's saying. So y'all pay attention. Okay? God, he's in control. Oh! Dang, what was that? Look. I envy your ability to say no. Intuition. Listen to your intuition. We got an air sign out here. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini at the bottom of the deck. Somebody envied. I told you that. I told you somebody envied you in the beginning. You make somebody feel like they haven't done shit for themselves, right? Because if somebody was genuinely out here, trying to do the right thing in life and, doing what they gotta do, taking care of themselves, working on their own, healing. If somebody was, there wouldn't be no room for envy. You'd be walking beside somebody, not behind somebody or trying to get in front of them. That reminds me of another download I got too, of somebody trying to beat you to your position, trying to jump in your chair before you get there. That ain't even your chair. They don't even understand. Father, please fill the holes in my soul. Listen, that's what you called on God to do. When these people did not decide that they didn't want to water you anymore, that they didn't want to pour into you anymore, that that you were somebody that was disposed to go ahead and let that plant die. They wanted to kill off your legacy, everything about you. They were going to let you die. Yes, you asked God to fill those holes, to water you, to pour into you. That's what he did. That's what he did for me. When others didn't want to pour into me, God poured into me. Because I poured out my heart to him. I poured out all that negative energy, and he filled it with love and peace. And it's like a well-oiled machine. Everything's working just fine. Thank you, Spirit. What's going on here? I seen fast action and deception. What's the message? Hand to hand. Look, backstabbing bitch. Yeah, there was money exchanged. There was money exchanged for people's loyalty and for people's help, support, in whatever way. What we got here? Like, oh, look, somebody listen, look at this. They crashing and burning. Yeah, because you done made some folks mad and they crashing and burning now. Just so you know. Ooh, what is this about some incest that's on the bottom of the deck that's been hidden? Somebody could be in an inappropriate relationship with someone. Somebody's crashing and burning. I heard it's just on paper. That's what I heard. It's just on paper. What's the Spirit? Soul's journey. You're on your soul's journey, collective. You already know that now, right? This is about your soul. You following what your soul is calling for you, to go. You're not allowing the actions and the enticements of others to dictate how you move. And a lot of people don't like that you're not under their spell. You're not under their illusion. That, that they, this is somebody that has a lot of people thinking that they're really a good person, They just had some bad things happen in life. But see, the only thing is, this person has never held themselves accountable for the bad things that fucking happened to them in life. The part they played. You feeling me? This is somebody that want to keep playing, saying like society got them fucked up. I'm getting black man syndrome. Get the fuck out of here. Your actions played a big part in that. Thank you, Spirit. Let me see. They restless, it's not working. They restless, it's not working. Yeah, I bet. I bet. That's why they're throwing lots. That's why they casting lots. It's not working. And the fact that these people made these choices, that shit's coming back to haunt them. They can't sleep at night. Now people are up at night like, damn, what the fuck? What did I do? Because it ain't working. The devil is a liar. The devil will tell you you can do this shit. The devil will tell you that this motherfucker know what they doing. They done it before. You hear me? Come on now. But you gotta trust God, the Most High. Please get a relationship with Him for yourself. Don't follow nobody. Follow the book. The book of life. It'll save your life. It will. What we got here? Casting spells on themselves. Child, I'm telling you. Tried to warn you. That's all I'm here to do is share the message. That's all I'm here to do is share the message. Somebody was in love with potential. I'm telling you, they all thought that it was going. That's because they don't know God. They don't know God. If they knew God, they'd know that this shit was never gonna fucking work. That they was never gonna work. They were gonna be judged on the actions that they took. Because they believed in Belial. Because they believe in the golden calf. They believed in that shit. Stop playing with me. You hear me? High priestess, yes, we have to come outside. Coming outside. Spirit said we coming outside. We outside. What's going on here, Spirit? Oh, jeez. The Westers, it's not working. They just knew. It says, child, she slept with your husband. Who said so? The tarot reader said. The tarot reader. Ooh-wee. The tarot reader said she's a high priestess. She slept with your husband. Child. But, once again, wait a minute. The dude messed up the game for all y'all. Go whoop his ass. Exactly. Yes, exactly. Spirit here. So whoever this is that, messed up the game for everybody, Spirit said that's whose ass y'all need to be whooping to stop attacking my high priestess or my high priest. Somebody slept with your husband or your wife. Take it how it resonates if you're a man. Okay? Take that how it resonates. Shit. This could be a woman that a woman could have slept with somebody's wife. Yeah, somebody's mama could have slept with somebody's wife. That's what I heard. Take it how it resonates. Child, please. What's going on here? What's this message, Spirit? Anything else you want these folks to know out here? We in the streets. We outside, y'all. I see it. I see you. I seen it. Fast. Something happening fast. And fast action is moving fast. Quickly. I heard quickly. Quickly now. This way. Quickly now. That's what I'm hearing. Get out the way. Hurry up. Everybody out the building. It's not safe. The building's not safe. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so Spirit is saying people could be getting away from this person. Backstabbing B. People could be getting... What's this? Ooh, because the goon squad is here. Ooh, child. Somebody know they finna get some karma here, child. Y'all hear me? People are starting to see now. Yeah, they are. They know now where's all this trouble is coming from. But you know what? You have to look at yourself because you agreed to go along with it as long as it fucking worked. But when you sign that contract with the devil, that means whether it worked or it didn't, you still got to pay. And you probably got something in advance that you enjoyed. Come on, Spirit. Ooh, that's how he trap you. Give you a little taste. The first was always fucking free. That's what I'm hearing. The first one's always free. That's the one that gets you hooked. Make you want to spend your money, right? Make you want to believe. Child. The first one, the cat in the hat. Just because you can don't mean you should. Somebody wanted to pull a rabbit out of their hat. What they pull out of their hat, Spirit? Wasn't no rabbit, was it? Nah, wasn't no rabbit they pulled out. What they pull out, Spirit? What you say? It was a rooster? A chicken? A chicken? Ooh, child. Spirit, what's the message here? Somebody pulled a chicken out. What we got here? Smell of dark liquor and cigars or cigarettes. Somebody likes to drink dark liquor and they smoke cigars or cigarettes. Take it how it resonates. It was your family that called DSS on you. Ooh, ho, why is you here? Why is you over here? Why is you over here? Spirit want to know, why are you over here fucking with my baby? Mm-hmm. Somebody could like the smell of liquor and cigarettes on a man. That's that Jezebel energy. That's that being in a dark nightclub with full of cigarette smoke and old men and shit, and you just running around. Yep, strip club energy. That's what I'm picking up. Strip club energy. Clickbait. It was a trap. Somebody knew what somebody liked. Somebody opened the door to. Somebody was enticed into something and they went in. Pettyville. 10,000. Yes, they was. They was enticed to do something. Somebody may have, somebody listened to somebody. Somebody had the gift of gab. Somebody could have probably also showed somebody something that enticed them to move forward. Pettyville. Somebody wanted to be petty, but they wanted to do it in secret. Spirit says somebody says that they're a high priest or a high priestess. Oh shit. So when they be predicting shit about people, they be going to pay for it to happen. Oh damn. Yes. God removed the distraction so you can hear. So this is somebody that walks around and says they're a high priest or a high priestess. Somebody says that they're intuitive. Yeah, they finna get ass whooping. But they pay for it to happen to people. And then people believe what they said because they prophesized this. Ooh, child. Come on, Spirit. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. So somebody out here playing God. Ooh, pretending they God, nigga. What the? God told them. God showed me. Ooh-wee. And then they go pay for it to happen. Yes, sir. What's that? Don't lie to yourself today. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ain't no lying about it. Yes, that's what you've been doing. That's what you've been doing. That's what you've been doing. Somebody got somebody on retainer. Yes, that's the retainer. Whenever they need them. Here, I'm going to give you this up front. Whenever I need you for something. Yes, my nigga. Yes. Ooh. A dog returns back to his own vomit, and a washed pig returns back to her mud pit. 2 Peter 2. I seen this somewhere else too. I think it was in Ephesians. I read this yesterday. That's twice. Yeah. But dog returns back to his own vomit, and a washed pig returns back to her mud pit. Wow. So these folks been out here pretending to be prophets and prophetess or pastors and preachers or you know what I'm saying? That's what they've been out here doing. These are people that could be getting paid to prophesize for people, people could be paying them for their information, but they got people out here thinking that they are really, tapped in, and they can see things before they can see things. They are a seer. Somebody, but they paying for it. Ooh, child, I don't know how this gonna turn out for somebody. It's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna be enough for somebody to hold up this facade. They ain't gonna be able to hold up this facade because their pride, their ego is the devil. The devil is in control, and the devil wants what the devil wants, and the devil likes to wallow in the pit. The devil likes to wallow in the pit. The devil likes to deceive. The devil likes disease. The devil likes deception and immoral. And that's what the devil likes. So you sign a contract with the devil. You want something. The devil promised you he'll give you that platform or that, you know what I'm saying? You'll have it. But how you look on that motherfucker is totally up to him. Cause see, he wants to prevail. He wants to look like the winner. By any fucking means necessary. Look, you're getting lost. Okay, Spirit. Alright. You came closer than most, closer than close. That was like, yeah, you telling too much about their business. Slow that. We got it. God, you telling too much. God. That's what I think. God. Oh man, that was funny. Spirit, what's the message here? What's this? You tame the beast, bitch, inside of you. Absolutely. Listen, I knew it. Somebody did a death spell. That's what they did. You tame the beast. You tame that beast inside of you. That's right. Yes, you did. Player from the Himalayas. I guess somebody thought that their mask would outlast you. They would be able to hold on to this mask long enough for you to be gone. And after that, they could go right back into their usual self with having people believing that they were who they say they are. Right? It was a fear tactic as well, right? Yeah, somebody stepped into it. Somebody was doing things above their pay grade. That's what they were doing. They were paying somebody else to do it too. So if you took that if you took that account, I'll put it like that. Yeah, Spirit said you was a dirty bitch. Because you was out here casting spells on yourself. Mm-hmm. Yeah. People thought that they was gonna wait you out, right? That's what it was. They was gonna wait you out. You was gonna give up. You was gonna surrender to their will. Sooner or later, you was gonna give in. Sooner or later, you was gonna give in to their way, or you was gonna break down and just, they preferred you were worth more alive than you were dead. They might have even had a $10,000 policy or something like that on you too. That I think that it was that money was the root of their evil. If this could have been over $10,000, that would be crazy if that's all it was. Even crazier if somebody paid somebody $10,000 just to put it in their pocket because they said that they could be God, they could make some shit happen. And that's really what it is. That's really what it is. Especially when you're doing something like that. Yeah. Anyway, child. Anything else from my collective spirit? Let's see. What we got here? That's a blank. Anything else? What we got here? We got trying to block your movement. Yeah, they trying to block your movement now, but you figured that out. And I feel like they figuring out too that whatever they agreed to do, whatever contract they signed with that demon, now they're understanding. Now it's becoming clear to them. Stinky blanket. They thought they were gonna take away your support, something that you care about. I'm telling you, they tried to break you down, make it easier to take you out. They can work on your emotions, on your chakras, because you're already feeling bad, right? They can make you feel fucking worse. You hear me? And on top of that, then they can go out here and try to dismantle and disturb and bring chaos to your energy because you're already broken. You know what I'm saying? It's just easier. It just looks better that way. You hear me? Yeah. Stinky blanket. What's this? You can have the whole lineage. Look, Spirit, listen. This is like a poisoned lineage. Somebody like poisoned their whole fucking lineage, their whole family line, their kids, their grandkids, they mama, they daddy. Death spells. By doing death spells. If this guy, whoever they messed up their whole bloodline. Their kids, their kids' kids, their kids to come, their grandkids, their great grandkids, all of that. They did. Yeah, they did. Yes, everybody's going to have to pay for this until somebody has the courage to stand up and say, that's it, and try to ask for forgiveness through Christ, you know what I'm saying? But until then, until then, yeah, you can just throw the whole thing in the trash. That's what I heard. Jeepers Creepers, which get those eyes. How you see that? She got on fake ruby red slippers. Look at that. I'm telling you. She didn't pay for it. She didn't get it honestly. Captain Saberho and Wanna Be Me. That's who they are. You've had the power all along, my love. This is somebody that pretends that they have intuition, that they have a gift. We all got gifts, but is that yours? You know what I mean? Is that one yours? Or is that one somebody else's that you wish you had? Or have you even tried to explore what your gifts are? Of course not, because you know why? Because your eyes are stuck over here. That's why. That's why. Your intuition could be talking to you all day long. You don't want to hear that shit. And it's probably telling you, look, child, why are you watching this woman or this man like that? You know what? There's a smell over there in that corner. It could be a dead mouse. You need to go clean that up. But you won't move. The baby diaper is sagging way past his knees and you won't move. You still think you're going to miss something. You're still trying to catch somebody off guard. That's what I'm hearing. Catch somebody slipping. Child, you the only one slipping. I'm falling. You can't get up. Anyway. Anywho. I'm done for that. Can I get some advice for the collective? Jeepers, creepers, where'd you get those peepers? I see you. I see you too. It's up to you to find beauty in the ugliest days. What do you see when you look in the mirror? When you look out the window, what do you see? When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Everyone survives some super shitty days, but even when it comes to those crappiest of crap days, if you look back, you can pretty much always find something beautiful. Maybe someone was unexpectedly kind to you, or for a split second, the startling gold sunset made you forget your life was crumbling. Or perhaps there were donuts with sprinkles at your first AA meeting. The trick is to train yourself to spot the beauty in that very moment, aka real time. It makes the ugly days a little less ugly. I can attest to that. Anyway, y'all be good. I'll see you.